Have you ever wondered who drives the innovation behind electricity that powers our homes, our offices, our schools, and the entire infrastructure of our modern day life? Today we will be exploring the dynamic world of research and development in the power systems industry. Historically, power systems industry has not been associated with major innovation and improvements at least over the last 50 years or so. And to some extent, there is some perception because for the most part, the power systems technology, infrastructure, methodology that we have in place dates back to the time of Edison, Nikola Tesla, and Westinghouse. The three-phase system for generation, transmission, and distribution, the design of motors and transformers, and utilization of electricity is all based on the blueprint that was established several decades ago. Power systems industry also tends to be a little bit conservative because reliability supersedes fancy creativity. But all of that has significantly changed in the last couple of decades. In this video today, we will be exploring the dynamic world of research and development in power systems industry. Power systems R&D focuses on developing technology that can help us improve the reliability, efficiency, and sustainability of power systems grid. From renewable energy integration to advanced grid management, researchers are innovating and pioneering these technologies to come up with answers to tough questions. And these tough questions are on everyone's mind. For the most part, there is now a consensus that is building across the political spectrum that global warming and climate change is real. So how does that impact us as electrical engineers? The fact of the matter is that fossil fuels are still being used all across the world in order to generate electricity. And they are one of the most serious contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. This is where research and development comes into play. This is where the renewable energy sources come into play. This is where energy storage comes into play. This is where efficiency, conservation, and sustainability comes into play. And in order to achieve these goals, research and development comes into play. Professionals working in research and development within electrical engineering, within power systems, carry out a variety of tasks, ranging from designing new electrical components, developing software for grid management, and testing prototypes to ensure safety and efficiency. Now you might be asking, why would we spend time, energy, and effort in designing new electrical components? Why should we change something if it is not broken, correct? Well, when you're trying to optimize a system, you actually have to look at every single aspect because the power systems network is by far the most complicated creation of human beings. I'm not sure if you have ever thought about it, but when you look at the power systems network, a lot of people actually don't approach power systems as one huge ecosystem. We have become so used to the reliability that is built into it that we 99.999% expect that whenever we flip a switch, the light is going to come on. But there's a lot that goes in the background in order to make that happen. And if you want to improve the reliability, the efficiency, and reduce the carbon footprint of the entire system, you actually have to look at every single aspect. Let's start with the lights in your house. As you've probably observed, whether you go into shopping mall, hospitals, restaurants, and even in your home, chances are that the old style light bulb with the filament has been completely phased out. Now that is a result of R&D. We would not have LED lights had it not been for the research and development. And even the switch that we're talking about, it is so common to find intelligent switches that can be programmed, that have motion sensors and voice control. That is also an example of R&D making its way from the laboratories into our homes. And if we take a step up, the wiring that we are using, the electrical panels that are in place, even the transformers that are used for distribution, for transmission, for stepping up and down the voltages have higher efficiencies. So do the motors, so do the generators, and so on. And if you want to become more and more technical, then in certain areas of specialization within power systems industry, let's say protection and control, active research is going on in order to replace the different types of insulating mechanisms. So what do you need in order to get started as R&D engineer in power systems? If you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section of this video below. You can find tons of success stories of my FE Electrical and PE Power students over here. And if you want to learn more about preparation of FE Electrical and Computer exam and the PE Power exam, then check out these playlists over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.